Welcome back, horror fans, to another Scary Sips. I'm HorrorDrunk, and this is
Trichomy.
There we go. Usual. There we go. We're gonna work on an intro. We need to work on an intro. We're bad at intros.
We're working on it, especially with the Scary Sips. You know, we got to get our Scary Sips intro rolling.
Gonna be drinking some Scary Sips. There we go. I love it.
Them Scary Sips we're rolling.
Yeah. Sipping down some good ones. It's been that long since the last one. I think maybe about 2 weeks or so.
See, now apparently they can't hear you.
They can't hear me?
See, yeah, this is how this works. Every time I do this, I remember because last time we did this, I had the thing pulled up and they heard you twice. Now they can't hear you at all. So let's try if I add this.
Try to add an audio source specifically for Discord.
Can you hear him now?
Hello?
Chromie is working on it.
That's fair.
Okay, they hear him. They hear you now.
Slight technical difficulties, but you know what? What would be a Scary Sip stream without technical difficulties?
Every time.
You are bright.
Am I bright?
You look like
I felt like I was bright.
You look like my
Is that
future.
Better?
There we go.
Your future it's not that bright, trust me.
Sad.
Nah, I love you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Let me turn my brightness up slightly. There we go. I'm a little brighter.
All right.
All right.
So what are we doing tonight?
Tonight we're going to be diving into Jacomi's worst fear. I promised everybody we would get into a clown one, and you know what? I found the best clown no sleep story that has that little tidbit of good taste that just gonna really bring it home for Dave. I mean for Trichomy. You know I said.
Everybody knows my name now.
No. Maybe.
It's all good.
I'm bad. Maisie, welcome in. How you doing? So. Yeah, well, whatever. We're gonna get into it. I'll cut it in the long form.
Just out me like that. How dare you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is only for the people who come and join the live stream. Join the live stream for secrets, everybody.
Secrets. You get to learn things about us. Things that you never wanted to know.
Well, regardless, you're gonna sit there and find something very homey about this one. It's gonna be great.
I don't wanna. Do we have to?
Oh, we have to. Oh, we're getting into it. So what is the thing about clowns that just really kind of gets you?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell the story since this is the Scary Sips that we're gonna do. So when I was younger, I had a grandmother who I loved so much. She recently, not too long ago, passed away. You know, and but she had a room. In this room, her love was clowns. She absolutely loved clowns. And she had a whole room filled with these clowns. I mean, just like wall-to-wall clowns. Just absolutely ridiculous amount of clowns. And so there was one that hung over the bed. And it was a clown in a swing. And I remember this so vividly. And I had a cousin. And this gentleman whom I love so much, so if he sees this, because I know he's told me before he comes in and he checks out the Twitch every now. If you're watching this, I absolutely love you, brother, but you tormented me sometimes as a child. He would I see you, by the way. Remember, I see you now.
I'm talking to my peoples.
Anyway, he would move this little clown. He would swing it while we were sleeping in the bed. And then he'd wake me up and be like, Dave, look, it's going to come get you. Since everybody knows my name already.
There you go. If you didn't know already, you know now.
It's a you know now.
Yeah.
He'd be like, it's going to come get you. And from that point on, I was scared to death of clowns. They have always been haunting in my nightmares. They are not something I want to play with. If you are a clown, stay away from me. I don't want to deal with
it. So most people, what I've heard is that like with clowns, it's just that like uncanny valleyness of them. Where like it's the enhanced features. It's just something wrong and feels like so wrong to kind of look at them because they're you know, usually like big lips or like, whatever, just enhanced features, and that uncanniness is what does it for people. Yours is just you got literally just traumatized by somebody at a young age, and that was it.
Pretty much. I mean, that clown room, that was terrifying. I cannot, like, looking back, I think that was one of the scariest places I've ever been in my life.
People had cousins that tried to traumatize them. I had the same thing. You remember my one cousin we hung out with all the time, who slept on my couch forever? The same thing. Growing up, it was just like all the time. Dude would just be sitting out there, and all of a sudden be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He'd be looking out the back door. I think I saw a murderer out there. What?
I think I saw a murderer out there.
Oh, I swear, what? From the age of like 5 on, it was always something like that. We'd be hanging out at the house all the time, and all the just be like, "Yeah, I think I heard somebody kill themselves in the backyard. We might need to watch out for ghosts." Bro.
What?
Is D3 going to be joining us today? I'm not too sure. Usually he finds his way into here.
I'm sure he's probably somewhere.
Yep.
All right, you ready to jump into this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's let the lovelies know what we're doing tonight. We are going back into Reddit. We are going through the Reddit Nosleep again. The old coffin of bullshit that we fucking dig through to sit there and dig up the graves of the whatever remembrance that people have behind that we can sell. Tonight's story is going to be called "My Family is Cursed." A clown shows up at everyone's 10th birthday, but no one ever hires one. This particular story is authored by EaPAtbp. It's down below in case you guys don't know. It's in the description as well if you also want to follow along with us. I put the link in the description of the YouTube video. You guys can check it out down there and follow along with us if you'd like to. I think, again, for this one, I will be doing the voices, Jacomi will be doing the narration, and I'll do the storybook, which will make sense as we go through it.
The storybook.
Yeah, there's some elements to it, but I found this one. I kind of did a little quick scroll through. I don't know the full event of it, but there's enough in there to make me go, "That's the one."
No, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, bro. So you ready to jump in?
No, let's do it.
Fantastic. Without further ado, let's start.
My family's cursed. A clown shows up at everyone's 10th birthday, but no one ever hires one. My earliest memory of the clown is from my cousin Jake's 10th birthday party. I was only 5, but I distinctly remember the commotion surrounding the clown. I remember my parents preparing me before we left the house and on the drive there.
"There's gonna be a clown at Jake's party." Dad said.
That was a choice. I'm sorry, I was working off your choice there.
It's fine. We're rolling with it.
My dad said,
"Just be nice. All you have to do is be nice."
My mom added, I didn't understand why they were so worried. Why my mom kept wiping her hands on her dress the entire drive to Jake's house, or why my dad kept taking deep breaths. Weren't clowns supposed to be at birthday parties? When we got to Jake's house, there was something going on. The kids were running around in the backyard and jumping in the bouncy castle, but the adults were standing around in silence, their eyes darting back and forth and across the yard while some of my aunts and uncles walked in and out of the house periodically. It was like they were all waiting for something to happen. As I jumped in the bouncy castle along with the rest of my cousins, I noticed a movement in the bushes near the gate that led into the backyard. I continued to bounce, trying to get higher each time in order to get a better look at whatever was there. Finally, I saw the clown appear from behind the bushes and watched as he unlatched the gate. I stopped bouncing and tried to maintain my balance as I watched the clown step into the yard and close the gate behind himself. I pushed my fingers through the mesh in the bouncy castle and pressed my face against it. Staring at the clown, he scanned the backyard until his eyes landed on me. He stared at me for a few seconds, and I stared back. Not really knowing what to do, nobody else seemed to have noticed him yet, and my cousins continued bouncing around behind me. He was short, and he wore a curly rainbow-colored wig. His face was white, and it seemed like his skin was naturally that pale. It didn't look like paint at all. His lips were normal size, but bright red, and he had a giant, round, red nose. His eyes were dark, so dark that I couldn't distinguish the pupil from the iris. He had 2 black lines that started above his black eyebrows and ran down his eyelids to the tops of his cheeks, which appeared to be inflated with something. They were round and protruding, with a pink blush on them. His skin was smooth like porcelain. And that's when I shot him. No.
You got this short demon clown walking in here. Like, what the hell?
At this point, he's just, I'm done with him. I'm like, hey, Mom, we're leaving.
So it sounds like the parents know that if there's a 10th birthday coming around, homeboy's going to show up. Why don't we just skip the 10th birthday?
Right, or you're just 11 now.
Yeah, or just like, the party and all, like, all right, cool, we're gonna have this birthday party where people, have this whole thing, like, okay, cool, are we gonna celebrate, Timmy's 10th birthday? You mean when the murder clown shows up? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, we're not doing this year.
Mr. Cow, I did not know that dolphins give milk. Thank you for that. That's information. I don't know. I guess they're mammals. Off topic. Yeah. Yeah, no, but still, like, this is going to happen. You have a known information that, like, all right, cool, 10th birthday, homeboy's going to show up, whatever. You're not showing up to any birthday party at 10th birthday party already if you know this is happening.
Right, there's going to be a clown there. Nope, I'm good. I'm really, really good.
Yeah, clown and murder, right.
Right, like, I mean, do you want there to not be a clown by the time we're done? Like, because that's what's going to happen.
It just seems weird. I wonder why we haven't gotten rid of the clown at this point. But all right, let's figure out what happens next.
He wore yellow polka dot pants that were held up by red suspenders and a white shirt with giant red buttons down the front and red ruffles around the neck, chest, and sleeves. He wore shiny red clown shoes, and he carried a gift bag in one hand. I don't know how long I stood there watching him, but suddenly, I was being pulled out of the bouncy house by my mom. She dragged me to a table and sat me down in a chair between herself and my dad. I continued to watch the clown as he approached my cousin Lisa and pulled out a pink balloon from a pocket in his pants. He blew up the balloon and then twisted it into a dog, handing it to her. She took the balloon dog from the clown and ran to her mom, my Aunt Chelsea, who grabbed Lisa roughly and dragged her away from the clown. There was an impalpable amount of tension for the remainder of Jake's birthday party. Our parents wouldn't let us stray too far away, and the clown stayed the entire time, wandering around the yard and handing out balloon animals and honking his nose for the children. When it came time to open presents, we watched as Jake unwrapped countless video games and action figures, along with a few clothing items. Once he finished opening the last gift from a family member, the clown walked up to Jake and handed him the gift bag he had been carrying around for the entire party. I watched as Jake's mom tried to stop the clown from handing Jake the gift, while my uncle held her back. We all watched as Jake thanked the clown and opened the gift bag, taking out handfuls of tissue paper until he reached in and pulled out the gift.
It's a book,
Jake said. I saw his mom sigh in relief, and Jake turned the book over in his hands, looking at it. It was a small hardcover book with a glossy dust jacket that had a drawing of a beach on it. Jake thanked the clown and it walked away from him, through the gate and away from the house. Once he was gone, Jake's dad snatched the book from him. I asked him about it later, but he told me his parents had thrown it out. I saw the clown a few times after that. At every cousin's 10th birthday party, he would show up, same outfit every time, and give them a hardcover picture book that their parents would get rid of. When I was 10, the same thing happened. And although I begged my parents to let me see the book, They declined. The night of my birthday party, I snuck out of my room and saw my dad go up into the attic with my book. I tried to find it a few times after that day, but he'd hidden it well, and it was nowhere to be seen. I once asked my parents why any of us even had birthday parties, if they were so afraid of the clown. But they told me that the clown would show up anyway. He always knew.
All right.
There's your answer.
All right, so the parents know that there's something to do with this book. So they keep taking the book away. Like, what it I'm trying to speculate on what this book could be. Like, just horrific images, like it's the book, it's the Necromonicon, you're gonna sit there and summon Cthulhu, or what the fuck?
Right.
It's a strange and they're all into it. So they had to have seen something. Like this entire area of parents, wherever this is in bumfuck Egypt, has been through some sort of horrific thing. They know about the clown. They all know about it, but refuse to tell somebody about it. Why wouldn't they just tell the kids, like, yeah, you read the book and you summon the demon and he just don't go away. He fucking shakes all your sodas and shit, and it's never a good time.
He shakes all your sodas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's an unfortunate fucking event. And he'd be like, fucking, he shook my beer one time and I ain't fucking forgave his ass yet.
That asshole.
Yeah, fucking dick. So yeah, weird, just really strange. He's handing these kids these books. The parents all know something's wrong with these. Either they know something's wrong with the books, or they speculate, I guess, something's wrong with the books. Maybe it's just a nice clown.
Maybe. Could be.
Nice clown.
Maybe it is a nice book. Maybe it's gonna have a happy ending. And it's gonna make me love clowns again.
Yeah, this is gonna be the story.
This will be the time. I doubt it. I think I'm gonna hate you after this.
That's how most of our stories end.
Let's see. I didn't see the clown for a couple of years. All of my cousins have passed the age of 10, and none of them were old enough to have their own children yet. When I turned 20, my parents died in a car accident, and I inherited their house. By that time, I'd forgotten all about the clown and the book and didn't care to read it or figure out why they'd taken it away. And then about 12 years later, my daughter, Wendy, had her 10th birthday party. My wife knew about the clown, and we'd already seen it appear once before at Jake's twins' birthday party.
D3, no.
What?
Oh, I'll tell you later. D3, no.
We had prepared Wendy and had given her the same warnings my parents had given me. Be nice to the clown. About 30 minutes into the party, the clown jumped over the backyard fence and wandered over to the table where Wendy and her cousins were getting makeovers. I stopped myself from running over and stopping him. He looked exactly as I remembered him. Not a single thing had changed. Not even his outfit. I watched as he caught my niece, Alice's eye, and pulled out a blue balloon from his pocket. He blew the balloon up and then pulled out another blue one. Then used them both to form a hat, which he gently placed on her head. I watched as she thanked him, and he clapped his hands together and then continued to walk around my backyard. Nobody had ever tried to stop him, because we'd always been warned not to. We were never specifically told what would happen if we tried, but we knew it was bad, and none of us wanted to find out what it would be. When it was time to open presents, I continued to eye the gift bag in the clown's hand. Once Wendy was done with opening the gifts given to her by family members, the clown approached her and handed her the bag. She took it gently and slowly opened it, digging around the tissue paper until she pulled out the book. "Thank you," she said, smiling at the clown. He took a bow and then walked away, jumping back over the fence. I let out a sigh of relief once he was gone, and I approached Wendy, taking the book from her. She didn't seem to mind that it was being taken. She seemed glad. I decided to hide it up in the attic, just as my parents had done with mine. But as I stared at it in my hands, curiosity was beginning to set.
Sorry.
It was the same as all the other books I'd seen. Hardcover with a glossy dust jacket that contained a drawing on the front, but no title. You got a lizard? Did you get a lizard?
No.
There's a lizard.
I don't know what you speak of. This is a pancake.
It was the same as all the other books I'd seen. Hardcover with a glossy dust jacket that contained a drawing on the front, but no title. This one had a drawing of a girl that resembled Wendy, standing in front of a birthday cake and about to blow out the candles. She had the same curly brown hair and green eyes as Wendy. I opened the book and noticed an inscription on the inside of the cover that said, "Happy 10th, Wendy." The first page was blank, but the next page was where the story started.
And I'll take over the italics from here.
The italics. Got it. There was a drawing of the girl on the cover wearing a party hat and holding a pile of gifts. Under that, it read,
Oh, here we go. Today is Wendy's 10th. How happy is she? She got every gift she wants, even things she doesn't need.
I turned the page as I continued to read the story that depicted various drawings of a girl that resembled my daughter, as she did various birthday party activities.
Wendy laughs along with friends, and all her guests are filled with glee. Wendy tries to sneak a peek at every gift that she receives.
God, I hate you so much right now. There were drawings of Wendy with family and friends, everyone smiling and hugging Wendy.
And then, from beyond the backyard fence, comes the best guest of all. A funny clown here to have a ball.
On that page was a drawing of the clown as it jumped over the fence, grinning.
This clown loves to party, and it loves 10th birthdays too. He will never miss a chance to show up where he's due.
The next drawing was of the clown in the center of the page, surrounded by black.
But this birthday is a bit different. Something big is going to happen. The clown is so excited. This doesn't happen often.
I turned the page to see a drawing of the clown, running around the party, chasing the guests who appeared to be frightened. They'd been drawn with their mouths open and wide-eyed as they ran away from the clown.
The clown runs around the yard and pulls something from his pocket. Not a balloon, not a magic handkerchief, but something big and sharp and shiny.
The next page had a drawing of a gleaming butcher knife dripping with blood.
A lot of guests must die, but don't worry, Wendy will be fine.
The next 4 pages contained various drawings of the clown slaughtering people at the birthday party. Some of their necks sliced open, some were stabs, some lost body parts.
The clown has had his fun. His job here has been done. Happy 10th birthday to Wendy. He'll see you all at the next one.
The last drawing was of the clown jumping back over the fence, leaving a pile of dead bodies behind him.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
Well, there goes my hope that maybe I'll like clowns after this.
Oh, you'll love them.
I shut the book as a chill ran down my spine. I realized why our parents never showed us the books, especially if they were all this creepy. I wondered why the clown would even give us these books. I decided to do as my parents had done before and get rid of the book at the end of the party. As I tossed the book on top of the fridge, I heard the first scream. I ran to the door and I threw it open just in time to see everyone running away from the clown. He was back, and he stood right by the fence with a butcher knife in his hands. On the ground next to him was my cousin's palest child, Trevor, face down in the grass. I scanned the backyard looking for Wendy, but she was nowhere to be seen. All the guests ran across the yard, trying to get as far away from the clown as possible. I watched as Jake tossed his children over the fence and into the neighbor's yard, followed by by his husband and then himself. I looked for my wife, and I spotted her running towards me and into the house.
Where's Wendy?
I asked, grabbing her arm.
She jumped the fence a while ago. She's fine. We need to hide.
She dragged me inside with her as the screams continued. A few more family members made it inside and hid in the kitchen and the living room. After a while, the screams died out, and I slowly got up, opening the door and peering out into the backyard.
He's gone,
I said as I threw open the door and walked outside. There were a total of 10 dead people, and a few minutes after the cops arrived, so did Jake, his family, and Wendy. I ran to her as I saw her coming up the driveway, picking her up into my arms.
I'm so glad you're okay,
I said. I kept her by my side for the rest of the night as we answered questions. I didn't tell the police that I knew the clown, as they would never believe my story about the curse. Instead, we all told them that we had no idea who the clown was and that we hadn't hired anyone. Hours later, everyone was finally gone. Wendy had gone to bed, and I went downstairs and helped my wife clean up some of the mess. Once we were done, I grabbed the book from on top of the fridge and handed it to her.
All right, hold on. First issue I have. Hours later, we're still allowed to stay in our house where 10 people were just murdered.
Right.
Active crime scene. Pancake, enough. Calm down, buddy. I know, you're upset. Active crime scene. And we're like, whew. Good thing that's over with. Let's go ahead and relax here for a little bit. Like, absolute insanity.
No, I'm gone. We're going to hotel. We're going to family.
You're going to hotel. You're going to freaking, like, Florida after that one, bro. Like, especially you. Like, you're out of there. You're outie 5 on that one.
And clown's never coming. Well, the second I heard that in this town, this clown shows up on every 10th birthday, I'd have been gone. I've been like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, can we leave? Can we leave the town? Are we able to sit there and take off?
Do we have to stay here?
Yeah. Well, I wonder if you leave the town if you're good, because like you don't hear about it from any other place that like this clown is like trying to sit there and get around and I don't know like kill people. So like it seems like it's just isolated this one area because everyone knows about it. So it's like not like it's trying to. Are you trying to eat my necklace? Stop it. So I wonder if you can get out of the town and you're just totally fine. So I don't know. It's strange. That's got me thrown, but whatever. We're in this crazy world. It's like the 1960s. 10 people die. What is happening?
See, I'm curious.
Never good.
If he hadn't read it, if that would have happened.
I wonder if actually reading the story is what causes the
right, it's what activates the curse.
Okay. And maybe that's how the parents had stopped it from growing. Like maybe somebody read it once and all of a sudden it all got moved from there. Okay, I could get that. I could understand that. Like maybe that's the whole thing. He's activated by this whole thing. That would make sense.
That's the only thing I could think.
All right. Well, let's see what happens next then. What's this?
She asked.
It's what he gave Rose. Read it.
I said as she opened it.
Read it.
I waited for her to finish reading the book. When she was done, she tossed it under the counter.
What the fuck?
She hissed.
Did he plan all that? Is this supposed to be some stupid joke?
I shrugged.
Did this happen to everyone else?
She asked.
I don't know. Our parents never let us see the books.
I replied.
This is so fucked up, David.
I hate you so much right now. I'll make this very clear. I hate you so much.
So that's what I knew. That's what I knew. I'm like, this is gonna be the way. It met every category of thing I needed for a story.
We are done. This is over. It's been a good ride.
Oh, yes.
We stood in silence as Rose grabbed the book again, giving it a disgusted look.
I'm gonna go look for something,
I said suddenly. I made my way up to the attic entrance in the hall and pulled down the ladder. I slowly made my way up, each step creaking as I stood on it. When I reached the top, I flipped the switch and the lights turned on, illuminating the attic enough for me to see. I dug through countless boxes and moved old decor and furniture around until I found it. The book that had been given to me on my 10th birthday. It had been hidden under the cushion of an old chair. I pulled it out and looked at the drawing of a house with a single light on in one of the windows. I opened the book and found a similar engraving on the inside cover that read, "Happy 10th, David." I turned the pages and began to read the story, ignoring the pictures.
Today's David's 10th birthday. What a good one will it be? David eats pizza. His favorite topping is cheese. He has a water balloon fight with cousin Eric, and they take cover in the trees. Everything is fun, and soon it will be great. Here comes the clown. He's never late. David's birthday was a blast, and his kids were all so fun. But don't be sad that it's over. The fun has just begun. Years go by, and the clown sees Dave again. It's now his daughter's 10th birthday, and today, the fun will end. A lot of guests had fun, and for others, this day was their last. But David's family is alive. Thank the clown for that. And now it's time for bed. Time to get some sleep. Don't forget to check on Wendy. She hasn't made a peep.
No. The final drawing in the book showed an empty bed in a dark room with a window that was wide open. I stared at it for a second before it hit me. I tossed the book aside as I got a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. Something was wrong.
Wendy!
I shouted.
What's going on?
Rose called. I didn't reply as I hurried down the ladder and ran down the hall into Wendy's bedroom, throwing the door open. I flipped the light on and looked around the room, but I was too late. She was gone. Her bed was empty, and her window was wide open.
Oh, the end. So, how do you feel?
Hey, Dave, I didn't want to... How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
It filled every category of what I wanted in a story. I wish it was longer.
I hate clowns. I hate them so much.
Oh man,
I hate clown stories with my name in them. I hate clowns. I hate you right now.
That was so pretty messed up. Oh yeah, man. That was all right. So he's like some sort of prophetic clown. I'm not really sure if reading it did it, or if he's just like some like he can tell prophecy, or he's basically setting shit up apparently decades in the future to try and kill people, which is totally messed up.
But that would be impossible because he wouldn't know. Knew that his daughter's name was Wendy.
But if he can tell the future,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, if he can tell the future, he's good. I mean,
I still think that opening the book activates a curse.
That's a good point.
I think if he had went up and looked into his own book, he'd have been fine.
Like his daughter would still be there?
Right. Like he just couldn't help himself. He just had to open his book and see what his book said. And that book is like a catalyst for calling the clown.
I wonder how he just all of a sudden was like, well, now that I've seen him murder 10 people, I was able to find the book I've been looking for fucking, 10, 15 years.
After all those people died, I'm like, I just don't care to see what's in my book. Like,
you agree with your comment? Was it Trachome? Yeah.
Like at this point, I'm gonna burn every, you know. What? Why are those books kept? Why did they keep them?
I don't know. You would think you would burn them or something like that. So Maisie agrees with you. So it does make sense because he did leave, and he's left in all the other ones, and like you never hear of the other family doing some stuff and like trying to sit there and like read the book or whatever. At least you never hear about it. But yeah. So he reads the book, and it's like almost like a catalyst. Like as soon as he reads the book, turns around, and next thing you know, like it's over. Reading the books makes stuff happen. Yeah, exactly. I can see that. So, no other family read it.
I'm so glad you were the one that hired the clown for D3's birthday.
Yeah, it was his 10th
birthday.
His 10th birthday. Yeah, it was totally me. Yeah,
you hired that one. Wait.
Oh yeah.
That was you, right?
It was totally me. Totally me. D3's like.
So wait, I gotta go read that book now.
Yeah, D3 sitting over. He's like, there was a clown at my 10th birthday. Oh yeah, totally.
Because my father wouldn't have shot him multiple times.
It'd be over after that. Pancake, calm down, bro.
It would have been a bad situation.
Calm down. Hey, I know. It's okay. Here, desk. All right. Yeah. No. All right. So.
Pancakes like freedom.
All right. Writing on this one was nowhere near as inspirational, or what am I trying to say? Descriptive. I think it was well done in the aspect. The idea was cool. I wanted a little bit more three-dimensional characters though. Maybe a little bit more. So this one, as much as I enjoyed the idea, the premise is really good. The book thing is really creepy. They do a decent job making a creepy character, and then all of a sudden, like, making him as vague, but also as, like, you know what the hell you're looking at as possible. I think it's a good 6 or 7 for me. I think I'm gonna give it probably a 6 though, just for the writing.
We were close on. I'm going with a 7.
You're gonna go a little higher than I am in this one.
Yeah, just because it is what my nightmare fuel, and I did really enjoy the book. When they broke open the books and stuff, I think that was really well done for me. And the characters, like the main characters, weren't very three-dimensional, but the clown itself, they did a really good job with giving it character.
Yeah.
So, for me, yeah, it's definitely a 7. I honestly, truthfully, I'm trying hard not to push it up to an 8 because I have a hard time picking anything apart about it.
Yeah.
It just mostly the scary, like it was scary, like it's got that like creepy factor to it, but it didn't really make my skin crawl. It didn't make me like like when you think of like, again, one of the best stories we've read on here so far is still Can You See Me Smile, and that made even just saying the name of the story makes my skin crawl. Like
it brings back the memories of like this disturbing imagery of like, yeah,
right.
And I think that falls more into the uncanny valley of shit that like we really kind of enjoy to kind of read. I need to find more like that where it's got like this like totally like uncanny-esque premise that happens to it, somewhere where like it kind of verges on the supernatural. This one touches it a little bit because of it's is the clown prophetic? Is it sorry about your knee, Maisie, that sucks. Is the clown prophetic? Is is it just like, is it like you're saying it's just like this weird paranormal thing where as soon as you read it, it basically activates this curse, and like, not reading it, like not diving into your curiosity is basically like curiosity killed the cat type of thing.
Right.
So, it's
I'm
good.
I'm old. This whole uncanny valley thing you keep talking about, I have no clue what that is.
You don't know what the uncanny valley is?
No, you keep saying this like I'm supposed to know what that is. And I'm old.
It's not that old. Uncanny valley is like things that are like, how can I really describe it? Pancake, stop typing on my computer. All right. It's psychological phenomena that results this feeling of unease or revulsion when something is almost human but not quite. So it's like when you see like pictures of people who are just like, they have like that big smile, like, can you see me smile? And it's like, it's a person, but like they've got that real creepy thing. Or what was the one we read with the wife? Is that's the one with the wife, isn't it? No. Is it? No. What was the one with the wife? My wife is staring at me from behind corners and shit like that.
Right, that one. That was
a different one. Yeah, that one where she's just sitting there and just staring for long periods of time and just like making eye contact and having this creepiness. That thing where it's like she's human, but there's something non-human about what's going on, and that's the uncanny valley. It's almost human, but just that slight turn of something that makes something just that much more creepier, and just that's what it turns some people. So,
freaking Pancake's trying to go on Lizard Hub.
He is too. He's like, I've heard of the site. We don't get it in Texas, bro. They don't let us have it.
No Lizard Hub for you. No Lizard Hub for you.
The can you see me smile thing is uncanny. Yes, yeah. The can you see me smile thing was very uncanny. So yeah, it's like I said, it's something that is inherently human, but then it's just that slight change into the supernatural that just kind of makes it that one thing. There's more out there like that. I'm gonna find more that we can kind of read that kind of is going to showcase some of that, because I think that was really well done for a lot of it. So I say it's a 6. I did enjoy it. Again, if you guys are wanting to sit there and check out more by the author, the author's name is, I have it right here. What am I looking for there for? little a, big P, big A, small T, small B, small P. It's right there in the video. EaPatbp. So
yeah, that's on the Nosleep Reddit.
Again, yeah, I did enjoy the story. The story was really well done. I didn't honestly just pick it because it had somebody's name in there that I wanted to creep out. That worked out really well. But dude, I was waiting for it. If for some reason you were gonna come around and just be like, I have a cousin named Eric, I was like, oh, this was just perfect. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I was like, I think I don't remember, but there's a possibility that I nailed it on this one. But again, I gave it a 6. You're pushing 7 and 8 a little bit. You want to stay with the 7?
Yep, I'm gonna stick with it. We'll go 7.5. I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5?
What's that? 7.5.
This is our first point.
Give it that 0.5.
All right, we'll give it the 0.5. Again, great story, great stuff. So again, if you haven't checked out any of their stuff, like I said, go check them out. Check out more of their readings. They do have other stories on there. I will be checking out some more of them as well, seeing if there's more stuff out there we can kind of read by them. But again, we're gonna cut this one kind of short tonight. I think we've only gonna be like less than an hour of streaming. I've got a huge day tomorrow. It is Valentine's Day tomorrow for us here. I don't know if Valentine's Day is everywhere in the world, but if it is, happy Valentine's Day to those of you who are ahead of us. Maisie included you. Happy Valentine's Day if that's a thing y'all do over there. But I've got a variety of things that I have to get done that I cannot disclose all on stream. But random question. I'm home alone right now and just want to know if I'm the only person that sings at the top of their lungs when no one's home, because that's what I'm doing right now. If you're not singing at the top of your lungs whenever nobody's home, what are you doing? That's what cars are for.
Right.
Like, either if you're home alone or if you're in a car, you're belting it out. And like, the older I get, the more I realize I can do it in front of my kids anyway, so I'm belting it out all the time. But no, great point to bring up. But yeah. So again, short night tonight. We're not going to do a whole lot, just because, like I said, we got so much stuff going on. But if you guys are here on the YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give a like on this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're checking me out over here on the Twitch, thanks for being here. But go check out Tracomi. He's over there too. Twitch.tv/Tracomi. Just opened up his YouTube as well. I haven't forgotten. Yep. So if you want to find some of his stuff, if you're like, man, I just need more of that Tracomi action, which is always great. Go check him out. Is it just Tracomi?
It's Tracomi Gaming. Somebody stole my Tracomi. It's probably me that. It's probably me that's. Yeah, Tracomi _gaming.
Okay.
Love you too, that's pretty much where it's at. You're gonna pretty much right now until I get a better computer, which I can multi-stream, it's pretty much just my Twitch dump. So if you want to see the other side of what's happening in our streams where you're just watching him, head on over to my YouTube. You can see the other side and see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And see kind of both sides of the action.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll get everything worked up on him as well, and we'll get him started over that side as well. But Pancake, stop it! You're killing me, bro.
Put on Lizard Hub.
Too young. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this one early tonight. We will be doing a much longer one tomorrow. We've got some ideas for stuff. We're gonna play. Either we dive back in 7 days, or we've got the other game I sent you today. We'll discuss it.
We've got 3. We've got so many games because we still got to finish. Was it the prison escape game?
Oh yeah.
We still have what we played last week, which was Journey to Savage Planet. We've got the back rooms. We've got 7 days. Like, we've got so many projects in the mix. So
yeah, we need to sit down and actually get through quite a bit of them.
Right.
So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But other than that, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.